I did a ton of damage.
Over here.
Come on, heal up, guys.
This might be worth a read.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Path of Rage and our second episode of Dragon's Dogma 2. We're going to pick up exactly where we left off and continue on exploring this cool game. Yes, it has performance that I would much prefer to improve. Capcom has recently said that that's about to be the case, and they're going to fix the problem with the save game files as well, where you can't restart a game with a current save in there or another save at all. Which hopefully they do, because I would like to play this outside of the playthrough as well. Just because I want to play this game. But in the meantime, we're going to continue on and just enjoy this game and get into it. We're going to focus mainly on the main storylines. We will do side quests as we come along it, but we're not going to worry too much about exploring every inch of the map and whatnot and 100%ing it, because this is a playthrough channel where I change up games once I finish them. We'll do the same with Dragon's Dogma 2. So, let us get back into our quests. Yes, we got to speak to this dude in here. All right.
What am I to do? Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, consider this a small token of my gratitude. Now, tell me, are you registered with a guild? Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training, which comes in very useful when pursuing a vocation. Well now, that won't do. You need only speak with the innkeeper to register. Go on, 'twill only take a moment. If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. Very well.
Don't need to know that.
There is no wrong choice in any case. It is entirely up to you which vocation you adopt. But I shan't take up any more of your time. Pray, be well.
Okay, Meister's teaching. Powerful skill required by each vocation. Use of a special tome which you will receive. Okay.
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me.
Okay. We're going to keep that stuff on us because we cooked that. Sell that. Able to sell that too. These are level 2 characters. I'm a level 5. I have to keep an eye on that and hire new pawns.
Did you need something?
That are higher level. Do I need to rest?
Always a pleasure.
Puts me in the mood for a song, it does.
What am I to do?
Might as well.
Here at the inn, we also. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough.
You shan't hear me complain about an early repose.
Resting at inns is also a big save. Okay, cool. Nice. Oh, all to Aaron. Those are healing items. Earn pawn badge. Acquire an item. Sure,
was a
why
tad
not?
incautious in my travels this time. A horde of goblins.
I trust we've all inspected our equipment.
Off we go
All
then.
right.
Shall we get underway?
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The Watchhead's waiting for you.
Who might have the answers we need? Shall we ask around? Now Sir Gregor wants a word, eh? Hardly surprising. The Arisen's attentions are always in demand. Ah, yes, I know just where to find this person. Follow me.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I
Aha.
have to lead the way for a change.
Hale, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like a word.
I wondered why that guy was running over here.
As you can see, we're rebuilding. A task that can always benefit from another pair of hands. What say you? Would you be willing to help?
Sure.
Excellent. You're a good sort. I'll not soon forget this. Here's what I need from you. A basque of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet to cause any harm, their proximity makes the villagers uneasy. I'd like to enlist your aid in driving them away. I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village entrance. Use them to send the saurians scattering.
Saurians are monsters of fearsome strength, 'tis true. But I've yet to meet a foe that explosive casks can't scatter.
I suppose 'tis so.
Ah, you've returned. Good time. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare? Very well.
Finish
Speak with
this
me once-
quick side quest first. I think it's right here, isn't it?
Come
Yeah.
to think of it, we're all of differing vocations, aren't we? It is a tad inconvenient that we can't share equipment.
We must each of us hone our skills. A jack of all trades is a master of none.
Right.
Well, that appears to have sent some of the beasts reeling, at least. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a... With any luck, the Saurians will realize that they chose a perilous spot and steer clear of the village boundary in future. But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. The villagers use that water on a daily basis. You must make sure your aim is true. Are we clear? Good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village.
Okay.
A single jar of poison ought to send those saurians packing. Only do be mindful not to spill any on yourself, Master.
There it is right there. I love the fact that your character can run carrying something that big and awkward.
Expertly thrown, Master. I'd wager those saurians will think twice about nesting here again.
My heart is light as a feather after that exchange.
Oh, where is he? Yes.
You've done as I asked, I see. Many thanks for your efforts. And I must say, you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better myself. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skills I possess. Or perhaps 'tis a little early for such talk. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace. And for that, I'm grateful.
That's that then.
Okay.
We've arrived, I see.
Well met.
Sell. She's got a bow I can sell. Yep. Makeshift jail key on the shield. I don't have money for any of it though. Strength. Less likely to be knocked down. Okay, nope, don't want any of that.
Hope to see you again.
The heck happened there?
Make haste then. We must leave anon. Good. Then let us be on our way.
Alright, here we go. I'm going to get the staff out and ready.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. One such Arisen dismissed
The master! Goblins!
I suppose I'll handle this.
Okay, so my pawn just leveled up.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm.
What's going on with my camera? I gotta get a longer range spell.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet, not all claims are true. Our kingdom sees many pretenders, and they are not dealt with lightly. Best hope you're not...
Oh shit.
Regardless, you would do well not to invite my mistrust in our journey.
The hell's that?
Prepare yourself.
Okay, my class is apparently useless against these things. Looked like it knocked them out.
To think I'd be caught unawares. I am shamed.
We were overconfident in our abilities. It's a painful reminder that fortune will not always favor us.
What are you talking about, dude? We won. Let's heal him up. Oh.
An obstacle blocks our way. Perhaps we might remove it by force.
I've been attacked at a moment's notice, Master. I expect to be wanting my assistance.
What is in here? Oh. Nothing. Ah.
An impressive view. We can infer much of the lay of the land from here.
Perhaps we might take a moment to savor the
I think it's secret.
scene.
I suppose 'tis so.
Getting some serious Skyrim vibes going on here. Not gonna lie. Ah. And now there's an exclamation mark on the mini-map. Why?
It is about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
I have a feeling that this will end up being a game like Skyrim for me,
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
where I do try to 100% it, explore everything, especially if they fix the performance.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I would make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say?
Fair enough.
All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Heard that a few times already.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Seems there's no room for argument here. I shall obey, but I won't pretend I'm happy about it.
Savagery extract. Thought that might be a cave in there. What? Just as I hit F to gather, he started
You
talking.
mustn't shirk your duty, lest you forget 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
Wonder if anyone has noticed if I'm restraining soldiers.
Yes. We're going to engage in the age-old RPG of tradition of taking everything not nailed to the floor. Especially if they're going to let me. I'm noticeably slower. Because I'm heavy. Okay. Do some combining here. I'm not going to bother making those because I don't think that the pawns actually use it. I got to give some stuff. Why am I so heavy? Better. Find it how weird how heavy I am, considering. Time for new pawns. What the hell? That was weird. Seems to be working now, though. So... got a fighter. Don't want a sorcerer. Level 8.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
Sure. And we'll drop Melina at level 2.
Should you have further need of a marksman, my bow is ever at your service.
Her face is closed.
Are
Her
you
one
fit
eye
to
is
travel?
closed.
Then let.
Fighters rank as a mark of their accumulated knowledge. They're more helpful. Okay. Such pawns are then so experienced by the. Okay, they know the best way to defeat it. Ordered to pawns who have camped. Sufficient number of times in a particular region. Okay. He's like level 2 as well, so I might as well replace him. And I think I'm going to go with another fighter. Looks like everyone goes with Beastren for fighters. Sure, why not?
I happen to understand Elvish, Master. I expect you'll find my talent useful. Should
That
we
actually
encounter
might be
another
useful.
seeker.
Woodland Wordsmith. The hell does that mean? Oh, okay, so he can interpret. That's what it is. Okay. And we'll swap him out.
This piece will make a fine souvenir of our travels together.
It will be an honor to serve by your side.
Specialization skills that can only be acquired by pawns. Not strictly beneficial. They allow the pawn to act. A little patience. Note. You got to talk to NPCs for that. Learning a new specialization will replace the old one. Okay. All right. I will absolutely take that and give it to Leonidas. And away we go. Don't need to rest yet. This pawn system is different. Oh.
Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
Okay. Yeah, let's walk right into it. Go get these guys.
Goblins approach!
Debilitations or negative status effects be inflicted upon their enemies as well. Yeah, why did that?
Has been drenched.
Oh.
That was superb, Arisen.
Oh, I need better spells, man. Holy cow. Thought I saw some color over here. No chest? No chest. Oh!
Any further harm to come.
That's right. No further harm to come to me.
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next.
Money. That's right. Loot everything.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
It was excellent. I could have done no better.
It's a bit early to be thanking me. The enemy yet remains.
Well said.
Die. Aha. Oh! Ooh, 1100 gold, nice.
Oh, well spotted. Most impressive. Such a thing escaped my master's notice entirely.
Oh, nice. Didn't expect to see that. There, now I can carry more weight. Let's let the archer take care of those bloody things. I can't do it. Where's the dude?
Just yonder looks to be a
There he
good
is.
spot for harvesting ingredients.
I'd say we collect as much as we can carry.
We do go this way. Okay. Love the fact that they high five after combat. Well, let's explore this.
Might there be aught over there?
We ought to take a closer look.
The master, goblins!
Another one over there, but looks it. I gotta use those spell books too. They do cost weight.
My pack's grown rather heavy.
Let's
Yes.
see. What can we do without?
Nothing. Campsite. We will hit this. Take a look at my skills too. And get a bonus from cooking meat. I don't want that. And yes, they took video of real meat grilling. Makes me hungry. Yeah, this is the only skill I have. Okay. We will rest. Pardon.
Our adventure can...
I wonder if what they sell for. Let's find out.
Continues.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
Feeling
Yes.
rested, I trust?
I should hope so. I did just take a rest.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer combat's thrills to gathering items. I am confident and may act independently.
Thank you. I'm good. I like that pawns are just wandering around the wilderness. Oh, I recognize this from the trailers.
Look here.
What's this? We're trapped.
Yeah, get them, guys.
A Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places.
A Cyclops!
Oh, he's not on.
Beyond you would seem our foe is unbalanced.
There is no better
Oh, come on. Yeah, I
time
know.
to strike.
The moment of victory is at hand. Let us finish this.
Well, we will get swept into the puddle.
That did a ton of damage.
Over here.
Come on, heal up, guys. Let's set his butt on fire.
I'm in your debt. Focus. A moment of indecision may spell our doom.
Ah, yeah. Now
He's almost dead. There, now I'm setting him on fire.
Well,
Or am I?
we must.
I don't think I was.
time we made for the capital.
Nice.
You have my gratitude, sir. 'Twould seem I misjudged you. I had taken you for another false Arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this as a mark of my trust. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still...
Captain. What do I get for this? Scrag of beast and a misshapen eye. Okay, is there something up here? Nope. Oh, let's get a heal going on here. An ox cart.
Ox carts make for relatively safer... Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well.
Yes.
Board the ox cart and we'll...
Okay.
I see a
Not
ladder.
before we loot.
We can't reach it from here. We'll have to get up there and drop it down.
Aha. Another riftstone. Where are my dudes? They're there. Okay. Let us. Just the fact that the character customizer, when we started this game up, came up with Claudia Black. Got me watching Farscape again. Now, does it go slow all the way there? Or does it automatically fast travel after this little cutscene? I can see I can doze off. Yeah, no, okay.
Goblins!
We are under attack.
Rotten luck. We've need of your aid again, sir.
Yes, yes, you do.
Goblins approach!
I cannot halt your prowess.
Think nothing of it.
Well, that was a nice little spray down.
You truly are formidable, Arisen. Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you... All right? Into the ox cart, then.
Hmm. Cool. It's a decent looking game. Actually quite good in some aspects. Just needs a performance boost.
I was informed of your coming, would be Arisen.
Yeah, look. 40 frames a second in the town.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. 'Twould seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became Arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Ramon's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead, a mere puppet. However, with your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them.
Okay.
This one's cleared of all suspicion and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
Words of the dragons matter most priorities. I'm not going to read all that stuff out because you guys can pause it and read it for yourself. And what I am...
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Thought you could hide, eh? Oi! Halt!
Okay. I figure I'm supposed to be the good guy. No.
I'm not trained for this.
Over here. There's the inn right there. Okay. Is that the inn? I think it is. Yep.
Well met. You are come to Shakir's Inn, a place of respite for the weary traveller. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth.
Okay, let's put our storage in and do our combinations. Whoops. I gotta keep them spread out among the team. Actually, no, I'm gonna sell those. Keep that. I need to get wake stones. Cool. We will rest here till morning.
Though the sun is still up.
in order to save our game properly. Always want your last save at an inn to be exactly how you want it, just in case the autosave screws you. This is not good.
Good morrow.
Bingo. And I'm going to save it just in case.
Off we go then.
And we're going to leave it at that point. That has been 50 minutes. I want to keep these episodes kind of like the MechWarrior episodes, 45 to 50 minutes, sometimes an hour depending on what's going on. This is a good spot to leave it at. So that's what I'm going to do. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Dragon's Dogma 2 with me, folks. I'm getting into this game. I'm liking the Skyrim vibes to it. I really am. We'll see where this game is going to take us. If you enjoy it, give me a thumbs up. If not, give me a thumbs down. Let me know your thoughts overall in the comments on Dragon's Dogma 2. I'd love to hear from you. Help me beat the algorithm by subscribing if you're new, because I think it's 70-some-odd% of you are not subscribed, but you keep watching. I'd love to see you join up with the channel and walk the path of rage with me. Until next time, I've been Rage at Games, and I'll be out hunting dragons. Bye-bye.